Welcome to the Accessible Antiquarium, and today I'm in Warbstow in Cornwall. Now, it's a hilltop enclosure, and it's about 20 metres that way through the kitting gate, so you're not going to be able to get any mobility scooters through there, but it's not too bad a walk really. Parking wise, you've got about space for 10 vehicles, and I'll see you up there. The path leading up to the site is a fairly gentle slope, but it does tend to get a bit steeper towards the top. As you're heading in, there's an information board on your right. It gives details of the site's history with a few illustrated reconstructions. Warbstow has several phases of ramparts. Now the emphasis seems to be to the southwest and the south, with views stretching for miles. It used to be thought that the middle rampart was the later addition and not quite finished, but it turns out to be the oldest phase, dating around the late Bronze Age, early Iron Age. That's roughly 1800 BCE. As you can see, the entrance on the southeast side curves round, giving that slightly better defence. Warbstow is the second largest hilltop enclosure in Cornwall, second only to Castle and Dinas. It measures about 340 metres by 270 metres, with entrances to the northwest and the southeast. It's thought to have been a stronghold for maybe a powerful family or a community, and it's possibly abandoned around 1st century CE when the Romans occupied the area. It tilts slightly to the south, emphasising those large banks and ditches. Where the banks and ditches have been eroded or dug, you can see where the quartz would have lined the ramparts. Now it's not found on site, but 3 miles away on Knapp's Moor. You're looking at the northwest side here, and you can still see those outer ramparts, but the inner ones are still the ones that stand proud and the best preserved. These banks would have been covered in gleaming quartz, and it would have stood out for miles, signalling leaders' power. Although the ramparts probably were defensive, they also had a role, such as signalling the status symbol. Warbstow would have been visible to other enclosures to the west and to the north where Asbury Camp is, as well as the south from Dartmoor to Bodmin. You can see from the views how significant this place is in the landscape. The fact that everyone can see you from miles around, from all directions. Interesting, on a recent LiDAR survey, they found a small, round-cornered square feature, possibly a Roman camp. As with many Iron Age sites, they seem to have camps nearby. Maybe it's to remind the Britons who was in charge now. Inside Warbstow is a mound. This was originally thought to be the remains of a long barrow, but more recently found to be a medieval pillow mound to home rabbits for food. Legend says it was the grave of a giant slain by another at Launceston. Warbstow is now under the protection of Cornwall Heritage Trust, who recently bought the site to ensure its protection for the future. Although I'm not too sure how they protect it if any giants decide to have another skirmish there.